so you can hear it.
That sound.
Yeah.
It's nice to get out there and find products that you've been searching for on a budget.
12% off.
For us?
No, for our customers.
The big question is,
would we buy it?
all right, we're gonna dig into this thing. I got Amber in this to help me out so we can really talk about this product, this electric cooler. What do you think?
I'm so excited to have something that will alleviate our food getting soggy. So up until now in our camping experience, we have had a cooler, and with a regular cooler, you know, you have to buy ice every day, every other day, every 3 days if it's an amazing cooler, that's what they say. But whenever all your food is swimming in the ice and it melts, you have soggy, wet food. And no one wants that.
Yes. Especially when you have those like cardboard containers. Those things get soggy, and then there's creamer in the bottom mixed with the ice water.
And very little of it can you even salvage. We end up spending way more money on ice. And now we've just upgraded to this electric cooler, and I couldn't be happier about it. None of our food is soggy. We don't have to buy ice every day. I mean, it's a real traveler's dream.
So this has helped it out. It was actually really funny because we bought our own electric cooler. It is a 30-quart electric cooler. And we probably went to the grocery store like every other day, depending on what we were cooking, which is no problem. This one, electric cooler, from our experience, seems to hold about 3 to 4 days of food, depending on what we're cooking, how much meat we're buying, seafood, things like that. If we're buying meat or seafood, we usually buy it the day of or the day before and just keep it in there. The company that sent this electric cooler for us to review is called
SetPower.
We've never heard of it prior to that, but it's nice to get out there and find products that you've been searching for on a budget.
What we love is finding products that we haven't heard about and trying them out and sharing them with you.
We are not trying to sell this cooler to you by any means. We're just giving an honest review from our own personal experience, and then you take with it what you will. Get whatever kind of cooler you want, but this SetPower, we're going to talk about this today.
SetPower asked for an honest review, so that's what we're going to give you.
We do put these electric coolers through a lot, so they're constantly running for days on end, and not only are they running constantly, it is with temperatures that are in the 90s outside, high humidity, and it still maintains a temperature in the 30s consistently, even when we open it and close it, which is really impressive actually. Right now, as I say this, it's 33 degrees.
What we do love about this SetPower cooler is how it looks. It looks really sleek, it looks really clean.
It's really a simple cooler with simple control panel. It doesn't have any frills to it at all. We're gonna cover it in stickers because that's the way Honey I Roam does. So this particular model is called the AJ40 because it's the 40 quart. I think they have a 30 and a 50 quart in this same one, but it's going to affect the different sizes, so you have to see what works for whatever type of vehicle you have or camper. And the measurement, this is the AJ40, but to tell you guys a rough measurement, we're not gonna go over all of the specifications. We'll have the link down below. You guys can check all of that out. They're really good about laying all of the specs out on these coolers.
The height on this cooler is about 17 inches, and the width is about 22 inches. Measurements are really important for us because we need to ensure that the cooler can fit in our vehicle.
Yeah.
So that's why we told you these, but like Julieta said, everything you need to know is in the link that we're sending.
This one actually comes with 2 really cool handles that you install on either side, but as you can see, we put it in width-wise, because that's just the way that our setup works for us. So we wanted to see if it fits with the pantry, and it does. We're really happy about it. So we're not going to be putting the handles on it, but it gives it a really cool look, especially if you want to get one of those electric cooler sliders for your truck bed or whatever. You can put the handle on it and strap it to that.
What I do notice about this cooler is that there is an opening clasp, keeps it closed. So to open it, you just pull it a certain way. It makes it nice because you know it's not going to open. And when it does close, it's a definite sound, so you can hear it.
That sound.
Yeah. When it's closed, you know it's closed.
It's got some really nice little cup holders on the top too. You can put your cups on here whenever you're at camp or you're overlanding, whatever you're doing.
Multi-purpose. We like things that do more than one thing.
Control panel is really sleek and on the top, and all there is a power on and off button, a setting button that you can change from max to eco mode, and then the up and down, lower or higher the temperature on the cooler. When you buy this electric cooler, what it comes with is 1 plug, and there is a 24 volt adapter, so you can plug it into the house plug or whenever you get to camp into the shore power. There's the 12 volt adapter, so it's all one piece, and then you'd plug that into the car outlet. What I would recommend and what we do is we actually have one that's dedicated in the car. It's like a 12-foot long 12 volt plug, so we always have it in there, and then we just keep this one that plugs into the 24 volts into the house plug always in the back. So if we've gone out for the day and we get back to camp, all we do is simply switch it out. We don't have to run it all the way to the front of the car where we have that 12 volt adapter. They sell them online. They're easy to find. They're like a 12 volt adapter. They come in various lengths. So I would just recommend getting that. We have it dedicated to the car.
Now let's talk about what we're keeping in our SetPower cooler. This is our first time using it, so it's our first round, and I think that we've stocked it and packed it really thoughtfully. It's full of great food, fresh food. What I love about having an electric cooler is that you can have so many fruits and vegetables. You can have them cold, because I love a cold banana, and it stays cold in here. If you like a cold banana, you let me know. Here she is, out in the wild, out at our first campground we've taken her to. She's not plugged in right now because I had to unhook her to take her over here to film this, but here is the panel. You see there's only 4 buttons, so it's really simple. Here's the latch that keeps it closed. Open it. So see, it's about that tall when you, oop. There we go, it's open now. So you can see from here, from the top view, it doesn't look like much is in there, but it's very deep. So let's go through what we have in here. These juices are my favorite. They're these cold pressed, I can't get enough. We got some fresh nectarines, some greens, some creamer, peach cobbler left over, some more vegetables left over here in these bags, fresh blueberries. Somebody likes this prosciutto as a special treat, and so do I. It's so nice. Right, so if you look in here, I just took out this big container this way, and it still fit more underneath it. So I'm impressed with how much it holds. Eggs down there too, a whole dozen eggs. So there you have it. That's what we have in our cooler right now. Thank you, SetPower.
This is the plug. It's this kind that goes to the cooler. Has a 15 amp fuse that you have quick access to if you ever blow that thing. And then it's a DC 12 24 volts, and it's this. I don't know how common this is, if you can find one online that just has the 12 volts plug on the end so you can just keep it in your car, but I think it'd be worth a search. One of the questions I had when it came to these electric coolers was, what if I don't have a power source? What if I don't want to run my car the entire time? What if you're off grid?
How long will it last? How long will it keep your food cold?
Yeah. For instance, yesterday we went into a restaurant. We don't leave the car on. We don't have a power bank that works with these electric coolers. So all we did was we went into the restaurant. We were there for probably 2 hours, and it still maintained a temperature in the 30s. So I think it would probably hold it for a couple of hours, but I wouldn't push it too far without any power for these electric coolers. But what you can do if you're gonna find yourself in an off-grid situation, and the thing that we can recommend to you guys is getting a power bank that's strong enough to maintain power to these things. So you're going to either need a shore power, or you're going to need a 12 volt dedicated for that, which would probably be just a solar power bank, I think, or a generator. You can use a generator to power this thing if you find yourself in a lot of off-grid situations.
Would we buy it? Like, actually, do we think it's worth it? The answer is yes.
For sure. The reason we say yes is because it's a 40 quart. It's a nice big size. It fits in our vehicle type that we have. It maintained a temperature in the 30s even though it was super hot outside. Granted, we've been using this cooler for about a week, so
for now it's worth it.
For $300, it's a really good one for an entry-level electric cooler. It's a nice start to get comfortable with the electric cooler world, and then eventually if you want to go to one of the bigger brands, you know, that's up to you. But for us, we had already bought the brand Bouge RV, and it was a 32 quart, I believe, and it's smaller, it feels smaller. We thought it was the only size that would fit for our vehicle, but we bought that for about $275. So for an extra 30 bucks, absolutely we would buy this cooler. I think we're gonna travel with this cooler rather than that one moving forward.
It holds way more food. If you wanna buy the